Okay, guys. So I couldn't do my morning, like story time because we left the house at 5:30 a.m. But I got a quick story for you because I know you're gonna like this one. It's a very scary story. Okay, I meet up with someone, right? I don't want to say their names because they're deceased. All right, and I tell them, yo, I got $20. Okay. Anyway, before I get into the story, did you wake up grateful? I know I woke up grateful. Grateful and thankful that I got up this morning. Okay. I did my prayer. All right. It is 12:30 right now. Okay. It's Thursday. All right. I want to thank each and every one of you guys that watch my videos, no matter what it is. You like, you comment. Okay. Thank you so much. Welcome into the new subscribers. Okay. Welcome in to the grand family. All right, so going back to the story, right? It's story time. It's story time. All right, so the guy comes up to me and says, "D, how much money you got?" And I said, "I got like $25 or something like that." But I was telling him, "Yo, I don't feel good. You know, I really don't feel good. I got my period, and I got cramps, and I don't feel good." And he was like, "Don't worry about it. I got a couple of dollars." All right. I said, "Well, listen, I'm going to go with you to where we're going to get this was the first year. Oh, not the first year. Like the third year or the fourth year. I'm doing my story time, Kevin.
Oh, all right. I got to move back so I can put these.
Okay, let me close the door. I'm sorry, guys. So we walk to the building, right? And once I get to the building, we get inside. This building had two sides. Okay. Instead of going to the side that we usually go through to get the drugs, he says, "No, D, I gotta go on this side because I gotta get a mattress from the African lady on the fourth floor, because I'm gonna take that mattress across the roof to the fifth floor to where the crack house was, right?" And I said, "Oh my God, why you didn't tell me this when I was outside? You know, I told you I got my period, I'm cramping, and I don't want to be bothered with none of this craziness. I just want to get what I'm going to get, and I want to go inside, and I want to relax." He says, okay, it's good. It's all right. So I go with him anyway to the other side of the building. I sit on the third floor. Yeah, I sat on the third floor, and I waited. No, I sat on the fourth floor, on the third floor, one of those floors. And I waited for him. He went and got the mattress from the African lady. He took it across the roof, okay? How I know? Because the roof had an alarm. It would go off every time you would open that door, the roof door, to go, to the roof. This is in New York. This is in the Bronx, guys, okay? He goes across, right? Because I was cramping and I was already tired, I fell asleep. I don't know to this day how long I fell asleep, guys. Okay, I fell asleep right there, like leaning forward. I fell asleep. What woke me up? I don't know if it was like an hour later or 30 minutes later. I don't know the time. The alarm of the roof again. And I wake up and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm thinking that they're gonna come. That he's gonna come down, the guy. And I don't see nobody coming down. So I'm like, what the hell? And I listen, right? I listen to see if I hear steps, from the roof, from the fifth floor to the fourth floor to the third floor. I don't hear nothing. So I get up and I'm pissed because I gave my money to, this guy. And I go down the steps. Actually, no, I didn't give him my money. I did not give him my money. I didn't. I go down the steps and I go out in front of the building. And somebody's standing in front of the building. They're like, "Oh, you don't know what happened? Where are you coming from?" And I said, "I was on the other side. I fell asleep. I got my period. I'm cramping and I'm waiting for this guy to fucking come down. And I don't know how long he's taking." He says, "Oh, they just killed him. The ambulance was there." I didn't look at the ambulance because, when you're on drugs, you mind your business. You don't, "Oh, what is the ambulance?" And you're all nosy. No. You don't do any of that. So I'm like, huh? Yeah, they just put him in the ambulance. I said, what? Now, I didn't tell that person that was standing there that I was sitting on the other side of the building waiting for him. The same guy that went to get the mattress, to bring the mattress to that crack house on the other side, that's the one that got killed. I go up the hill and somebody else that we know was up on the top of the hill, and I'm like, what happened? It's like, oh, somebody cut him or something, and he bled to death. So I must have been laying there. I must have fallen asleep there for a minute. Anyway, you know, this was really sad because this was one of the persons that I would love to talk about, because he was like a brother to me out there. You know, he was the type of person that he would look out for the girls. Like, he would get like donations, like clothes and shoes and sneakers and coats and hats and socks, and he would look for the girls, and he would say, yo, what's your size? What's your size? I got this, I got that, you know. And he lived in a shelter. Okay, times where I was tired and I didn't trust anyone, and if I ran into him, I would tell him, yo, I'm going to your house, I'm going to your shelter, and I'm just gonna go to sleep. And let me tell you, he would take you to his place. It was just a room, and you would just take a shower and, you know, rest. But anyway, guys, just a scary story that I wanted to share. It's quick, you know, and it was just sad. It was really sad, and that hit me kind of hard. You know, it kind of like, it was an impact in my life, because I said, wow, I know who was up in that apartment. I don't know who did it. I don't know what happened, because I wasn't there, but I know the people that hung out there. And like I said in my previous videos, you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody, okay, out there in those streets. You can't. Nobody said who did anything. There was an investigation. People were arrested and then released. To this day, I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. Okay.
No problem.
Anyway, we just finished the job.
Yeah, we love you too, Hilda.
Hilda, we love you.
Hey, yes. Nice to meet you. Thank you, man.
Thank you,
De
Hilda.
examen and shuttle.
Yeah, I see. It's empty. Now you're going to fill it up?
Yes. Ah, shit. You sign contract.
All right, Ildar. That's the one that always calls us. He's Russian. But anyway, like I'm saying, you know, people that were there saw what happened, but no one said anything. You know what I mean? He could have been saved, because later on I found out that they cut him underneath his arm by the artery, and he bled to death. They could have called the ambulance right away. They didn't have to leave him bleed. They could have held him. Something could have saved his life, but nobody did. Anyway, guys, this story is quick and short, but I had to do it. I had to do something, right? Because I got you guys strung, or I strung you guys along. Okay. That's the customer sister. I strung you guys along with my street stories, okay? So I don't know if the camera's right. I don't know if I said it right, because I'm listening to what Coco's saying. All right, this is the best way to film your film. Anyway, don't worry about what you don't have, okay? Be grateful for what you do have. All right, and I love you. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next story time video.